My name is Gerry and I make picture books. This is a brand new book called It's Too Dark, Puffling. It's written by Erika McGann. I made the pictures and here we have the two Pufflings on the cover. They have a wonderful nighttime adventure throughout the book across their island where they live, and they meet loads of animals including the blue shark. This blue shark here loves the shimmering moonlight across the top of the water, and our two Pufflings have plunged in to see him. So let's draw the blue shark together, step by step. It's going to be easy to do. And I can see we have some shimmering sunlight here on my page at the moment, so I hope that doesn't interfere. Let's start with the shark's head over here like we saw, and then the body going across the page. And if you have your piece of paper this way, it's called landscape. So a little curve at the front of the blue shark's head, tip of the nose I suppose, and then we're going to curve the upper part of the body, curve, a nice long line around to about here. Then we're going to stop, we're leaving a little gap, and then we're going to curve again, down and round and stop about there. So we have a nice curvy shape with the gap. Back to the front, we're going to add in the friendly blue shark smile now. So a nice curve again, curve, and then up to here. That's all, very simple. Next we'll put in the lower part of the blue shark's body. So we're going to have the lower part of the mouth to start with, which is a small curve like this, and then curve over this way, curving to about here, and then we're leaving a gap again. A few gaps now, and then keep going to about there. And leave a smaller gap. So we've got 3 gaps, and then the smile of our friendly shark. Before we get back to the gaps, let's put in the eye. Blue shark loves to look at the shimmering moonlight, so he has a very big eye. These are amazing sharks, beautiful color, and a nice round eye, and we're going to have him looking upwards. Okay, so I'm going to just very quickly add in some black, my black pencil. This is one of my favorite pencils. Okay, the shark is very happy, very friendly. We can show a little bit of expression with a curve over his eyelid, just like that, very simple. Before I forget, they also have a small little nostril. It's probably quite a big nostril, but this little shape is his nostril at the front of his head. Let's go back to this gap at the back, and this is the blue shark's fin. So the pointy shape that we see on every shark's back, up and then back down again, is the fin. Okay? This gap is for a flipper. So they swim with their flippers, really strong, like fast swimmers through all the water, and a nice long flipper for this blue shark. So curving down to about there, and then go back up to the body with another curvy line to here. Okay, that's one flipper. The other flipper would be behind the shark, so we wouldn't actually see all of it. So we can just show a little of the other flipper. Small shape. And just curve again like that. Okay, so that's the second flipper. At here, this little gap is for a small shape like this. And they have one on either side underneath. And then we have the blue shark's tail, and this shark is sort of turning around in the water, swimming, if we remember, and the Pufflings are up there. So the tail is sort of behind his body a bit. We're just going to curve up a bit, and then back down. And then if we imagine the tail continuing around like this, about that far, and then curving back up again. Yeah, so there's our tail shape. Okay, one more thing on the blue shark. For breathing under the water, like all fish, they have gills. Lines coming down the side of their body. That's how they breathe. And the sharks have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gills. Pretty sure it's 5. Okay, so there's our blue shark. Let's just show that he's underneath the water. He is beside Skellig Michael, the island. I'm going to put in some pointy, scraggy shapes like this. These are rocks. Rock lines like this side, and over here some pointy shapes, more rocks coming down, and they're like cliffs coming down from the island into the sea. There would also be, if I change color here, when you see some green, some plants, seaweeds. You see seaweed on the beach. Let's have some curvy shapes for that. Sometimes there's like a straighter seaweed flowing in the water, maybe like spaghetti. I'm going to add in, let me see, some sponges. You could use different colors, some yellowy or red like I have here, or orangey sponges. I like these curvy shapes, and then more seagrass or kelp over here, more curves. So it's very simple, adding in lots of little details. Other details we could add in would be some fish, and we pick a blue for a few tiny little fish on their way to finding their bedtime place. It might be in this seagrass here, the seaweed. And let's very quickly put in our 2 pufflings who have plunged down. So you can draw these as well if you like. A round shape for puffling, and then she has 2 little wings and her head. I'm very quickly drawing her now, but there are other videos where I am drawing puffling, and you can draw along with me too. So her 2 little feet are coming out and hanging on for dear life to one of her feet with his little wing is the little puffling. There's his wing, the other wing, there's his little head. Little puffling. He doesn't like the dark. Throughout the story he keeps saying, "It's too dark in the dark." He's holding on to his little teddy, which has little legs, and then of course he has little feet too. So I'm drawing that very, very quickly, but there's our 2 pufflings popping down to see the shark, who loves the shimmering moonlight dancing on the top of the water. So maybe if you had paints, that would be better, I think, for doing this shimmering moonlight. I'm just going to give an impression of it there. And I'll really quickly colour in the shark. Okay, so we have our blue shark and the pufflings looking at the shimmering moonlight. So well done! If you'd like to share your drawing, there's more information just after this. Thanks. Bye.